go. So it took me a little bit to load up the map to actually get, you know, the full server. But first of all, look at this Seleucid Empire. The Seleucid Empire shows from the west of Turkey. And it's you know, a lot of provinces. I'm trying to count the provinces, but like maybe like 10, 20, or whatever. I don't know the exact number. I can just gloss over these provinces. There's too many for me to look at. But it shows from Turkey through the Middle East to all the way to Iran. All the way there. And I think that's Turkmenistan or Uzbekistan. I don't know which one, but I'll pick the Seleucid Empire. But you can just see it. We border the Crete. We border Thracia. We border Pontus. We border Armenia. We border the islands. We border the Mari Empire. We border Nabatea, the other nation near Kuwait, Egypt too. So you're bordering maybe 10, 12 nations, and that puts all of the other nations at threat because, say, if Egypt was a player, they wanted to invade me. Well, guess what? They really can. All I need to do is ally Armenia, ally the Pontus, ally Thracia. They can easily beat me. The army's only 3 armies of 2.7 is what I start out with. I start out with no ships. Egypt has ships. Armenia is a very good ally to have in case of any war. Like if you're against Seleucid Empire, when I go play Seleucid Empire, Egypt or whoever, like Rome, or if you ally Armenia, you're basically great. Like you're doing great. Say if you're part of the if you ally Armenia, you're doing great. If you ally the Pontus usually is the enemy of Seleucid Empire because, you know, they have mostly Turkey. But I have 3 armies. Okay, now my 3 armies are pretty good. But when you look at over here, look at my stuff over here. I have overextension factor 1.5. Okay, and I have an overextension factor, and that means like I'm too overextended. My country is way too overextended that I can't really stand along for a long time because I'm too overextended. Maria, they have a long border with me as well. It's maybe like a war with Maria would be too overextensive. I wouldn't be able to do it at all. Now look at the stuff here. Look at my stuff. It's my diplomatic stuff. Then this is really climate. Climate's very bad. It's, you know, a lot of desert. It's not as bad, but it's a lot of desert. And then when you look at the religious stuff, we have Judaism in the west. Nabatean in Jordan. We have the Zoroastrian, I think, is the brown one. We have a little patch of, I think it's Hellenism in Baghdad, but it's so divided. And when you look at it also, is that you can also have rebellions. When you look at your rebellion, I think it's unrest reduction or something like that, that chart right there, it shows that religion is also part of that. And then this is my, also shows the nationalism. So there's some parts are Seleucid, some parts aren't Seleucid. The ones that are Seleucid give me better, what is it called? Stability. This is all my, you know, trade parts. This is my technology. Technology doing pretty good. States is a very good, it's a good thing, but a bad thing. Because I have too many states in the east of Iran. Too many states. That means that I have a higher, revolution part or rebellion chance because I have higher states. This is my economy. My economy is pretty good. I just don't have metal or I think food. But also, we have too many states. I don't know how to centralize those states, and too many governors. There's too many governors that have really bad qualities and really bad. Like some of my provinces over here, they have some good stuff. But most of them are 1 resource and trade, 1. Some of them are 69, some of them are 13. But a lot of them are very low level. So looking up it's manageable, but especially the Caucasus right here, you have so many potential enemies right there. Sarmatians, Syracusians, Armenia, Pontus, Thracia. I can offer alliance to Armenia. Perfect, if not accept it. Okay, but say if somebody's playing Tamud or Gerbia, or Egypt. Egypt has a very long border, not a long border, but they have a ship. I don't have ships. You know, Egypt could invade me if they just rally units because I'm overextended. So say I have a war with India, Maria, and Egypt attacks me. What can I do? I have to fight one of them or break my army into, like, here's 2 armies over here. Here one goes army over here. You know, like, how do you do that? How would you plan on doing that? I'm gonna do an invasion of Egypt. I have a lot of army right here, so it would go probably pretty well. Okay, but, you know, theoretically or figuratively, however you say that, if I went to war with the Romans, and India attacks me, I can't do much instead of raising another army. And also a bad factor is that I am in debt already. And look at my food balance. My balance is, I'm very low on food. very low on metals as well. I have no deposits in any of them. I'm rich in luxuries, which doesn't benefit me at all. Continue. Look at the religion. I have so many provinces are Zoroastrian, but some of them were Judaism. Now I could convert them, but look at my revolt risk for religion unity. It's 84% revolt risk, and then religion unity goes up when you convert more provinces, right? But you also still have more of the chance of revolt risk, and it still goes up. It still stayed at 80%, even if I converted the other Judaism provinces, you know? So you're very behind, you're very divided, ethnically, or whatever it is, I'll show the religion part. Look, I have so many provinces that are Zoroastrian, and some provinces are Judaism, but my revolt risk is 84%. So I could convert these provinces, right? That would make my revolt risk go down by at least a couple percent. But my religion unity is still 26%. You know, it might go up a little bit more. But Seleucid Empire is so diverse amongst like religion, you know, nationalism, all that stuff, that, you know, you have to be very careful about what you do. Like, if I do this or do that, my revolt might go up. If I convert a province to another thing, it might go up for revolt risk. So you have to be very careful with that as well. And you have to also consider that when you look at revolt risks, when you click a province, and I'll show it right over here, there is a local revolt list, which is on the right. It is a thing that tells basically the local risk. So so it explains itself, but every province has this, and especially my leaders over here. Look at this. So these are my leaders. All many leaders from my towns and states. Too many states. Look, look at the ratings. Can see 9%. He's a pacifist. He doesn't really do much for the state, at least. He makes good income, but, you know, a lot of these are red. The other red percentage is neutral. That's not good for me. That doesn't give me enough money. You give me this, neutral. Okay, fine, neutral. Mayors, very bad mayors with bad percentages. Why do I get these? They're bad. No. So you can replace these as well. So look, I can remove him. I think I have to remove him with this. Okay, so I can replace him. Yeah, I think we got replaced. But you have to be very confident about that and very on it, because these mayors, some of them are very bad. Some of them have bad states, like this one right here, Mogistan. You know, some of them are pacifists, some of them are reformists. So it doesn't. You have to put people who will help your states. You have too many states in this game for the Seleucid Empire. So you gotta be very aware of that, because it's very hard to keep it together. And you will get rebels sometimes. If you lose a war, you get a rebel. It sucks, you know. You get rebellions in the Seleucid Empire just so big that you get rebels all over your country. You get rebels in Turkey, in the Middle East, in Iran, you know, everywhere. So it's a struggle, but if you know how to play it, and you know how to be very careful, and know how to get rid of revolt risk, you can do it and lower those percentages that make the high amount for revolt risk. Like Egypt has a ship right here. Their army, I'm gonna say, is like the 2.7 army or something like that. But me being big, when I expand, I'll lose army. And when you look at revolts as well, there's base interest, legitimacy, missing core land, overextension, which is 21%, and then we have statal fragmentation, which means I don't. And I think I did means I don't move at all. My current revolt risk is 3%, 1% every month, and my max revolt risk is 100%, which is like what it can be, you know. But when you stop expanding as well, your revolt risk goes up, so you should be expanding, but slowly. I said this first. Look at Empire, slowly expand, but make an army, and also balance your budget, balance the money that you make. Don't buy too many soldiers. But also buy soldiers, you know. So balance it out, because they always work in a good way for you, at least. But I'm doing really great against the Egyptians. This is also a good thing about 3 units or like big armies. They do expand a lot and they do great work. But what's also bad is that my units will die over time. And look at this. Egypt is now over here in Turkey, because they just good AI, I guess. But whatever. Yeah. So bad thing about having a big army is that you'll lose more units, and then I will have to. Say if I can't afford these units, I'm building like structures in my cities or states, I'd be very careful, because I might lose every unit. You know, and I think there's some feature where if you lose in a battle or something, yeah, whole unit goes bye-bye. Or squeeze it down to 0 point whatever %. That means you just basically disband the unit and just, you know, restart from making a whole other army. But yeah, So be very careful about your allies. Be careful everything with the Seleucid Empire. It's just very hard. The Seleucid Empire can fall immediately, very fast, very slow. It all depends on who's playing, what you do, and what your tactics are. But hope you guys did enjoy. Hope you guys can understand what I'm talking about, or I guess understand it or get used to it or something like that. I don't know. But give me some insight in the comments. Tell me what you think about it in the comments, and hope you guys enjoyed. And see you guys later. And hope you guys have a great weekend. Today is Sunday. See you guys.